Howdy, howdy. G'day, g'day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, bugs and cockroaches. Hell yeah. I'm not saying you guys are cockroaches, I'm just saying, in general, the cockroaches. They're there, and they are listening. Lily! Sorry. Howdy, howdy. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Orb is ours. 30. All right. Hi, Zoc. How you doing? How's it crack-a-lackin'? I just like saying crack-a-lackin'. All the time, I'm like, crack-a-lackin'. New items. Ooh, cool. Yeah. Hope you guys are all having a good day. Waking up. Okay. So what I'm hearing is that I need to blast some music. Just really loudly. Just if I had all my buttons, I'd okay. Feel better than I did feel asleep. You feel better awake than when you were asleep? Is that what you're saying? Because I feel like usually it's the other way around. I had a killer headache then. Oh, okay. No, when you fell asleep. So your headache is dissipating. It has vanished from this realm. Cool. That means somewhere in the mirror realm of Glockton Schlechtmitum has gotten a headache now. So the headache doesn't actually leave. The headache eventually moves through the air and passes on to the next person. It's true. Wish I could stay, but I got a busy day ahead of me. Have a great stream, Han, and I'll see y'all later. See you, House. Take care. House. Good job. Get some. You're getting there. I'm so proud. Keep working. Work hard. Good luck with tomorrow, okay? Get the girls' approval progressively over the course of time. You know what I mean? Before falling asleep. Right. Anyway, the point is there's a mirror dimension, okay? And it's watching all of us run. I mean, don't run, because it doesn't exist, obviously. I know nothing. I'm legally bound to say I know nothing, because I know nothing. Hi, Austin. Hope you're doing well. You know what they say about crocodiles? They make you smile. That's definitely how it works, doesn't it? Anyway. Hope y'all are having a good day. I had a good day. Work was chill. Work was chill. It was a little busy in the middle of the day, but then it was okay. So, you know, it's about as much as you can expect. It's been really nice recently. So it gets to like the afternoon and people are just gone. People don't want to be inside. We don't want to be inside. I always feel like on a really nice day, I think everyone gets a little bit restless because we're all just like, we all start kind of just wandering around, just kind of like, can I like leave and be free? I want to go enjoy the outside world, please. So fun. Anyway, let's play the game. Back to more voices by me constantly until the end of time. Honestly, my voice, like, I'm always talking. I'm always here. I am always an incorporate voice in your head, okay? Saying weird things like cornucopia. That's a word, right? Cornucopia? Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's do this. Let's see if I remember the voices from yesterday. There's no one out there with a motive to kill both Mr. Ferrata and Mr. Rell. All you really have to establish is that someone had a grudge against one of the two men. Mr. Rell, who happened to be there, became a witness to Mr. Faraday's murder. Therefore, he was killed out of necessity and set up to look like they killed each other. Okay, but... Cornucopia. I think it might be... I don't know how to spell it. I'm gonna trust that you spelled it correctly. Do you know what it is? I have no idea. Orb! Praise that orb! Cornucopia. Ah, yes. With corn, all can cope. Guys, are you having a tough day? All right. Do you feel like you're struggling to get through your assignments and or your work day? Eat corn today. With corn, you can cope any day of your life. Just have your corn, you cope every day. Yeah. And you will always achieve all of your dreams by eating corn. Have the corn and you can cope. All right, praise orb. It means overabundance. Overabundance? No, it doesn't. That's ridiculous. I thought it was like the name of like a square or something. Like, isn't it? There's like a, you know, like in the middle of like a market space or something. You'd have a cornucopia. Are you really? In denial, denial, denial. It's a basket shape in the shape of a horn with fruits and food in it. It's a basket shaped in the shape of a horn. Oh. Okay. Why does it mean overabundance then? So it's like that weird, it's like a surfboard but with fruit. Yes? Yeah? Surfboard. Fruit surfboard. That's what I think of. Hells to the yeah. Literally means horn of plenty. Oh, okay. All right. That's interesting. Interesting. Winkle. Spur wrinkle positivity. I'm already kind of sitting mostly upright. I could probably straighten my back a little bit, but... There we go. The difference between me sitting like this and this. One, my back is curved. The other way, it is concave. Concave is probably worse, but it's more comfy. Anyway. Alright, well, good to know. We learn things. Love learning things. I'm actually genuinely shocked. I thought cornucopia meant something completely different. I was like, I know it's a word. Not a word I expected to say aloud. That's why I was like, man, weird things to say. Cornu comes from, oh, Capricorn. Oh, so it really means goat of plenty. The goat of plenty. Considering how many goats have been sacrificed to like gods and stuff over the years, not surprising. Actually, that's probably what it's based off. The idea of like ton of people would like sacrifice a goat, but they wouldn't just sacrifice a goat, they'd sacrifice the goat and then like a ton of food to the god. So it's a goat of plenty because the goat had all the things. Said to the word copious. Okay, that makes sense. I like my headcanon better. Obviously, goat. Sacrifice your goats, guys, to the gods. And they will become a cornucopia for the future. Probably. I wonder if that's really true. Is there no one out there with a grudge against both men? You mean the Yatagarasu? I should take another hard look at the evidence for this morning's case. Wait, no, Yatagarasu is dead. Wait, hold up. The second KG8 incident, as people are calling it, involved an embassy staff member, and the two men who both wound up as suspects in the case. Is there someone else I'm overlooking who is somehow related to them? You mean the Sharel guy? What's his name? There was a guy who was like, Cochin. Wings should write her own dictionary. I would read. Like it too. You imagine just me being like, shit, pronounced as she. And then just like, when you take a massive dump. E.g., also derogatory, or i.e. Kingdom Hearts 4 Spider-Man. Maybe. Maybe. Honestly, Kingdom Hearts could go in any direction now that Disney has, like, well, like, considering Disney, what Disney has ownership over. Okay. There's no one out there with a motive to kill both varieties. Can I present, like, a dude? This guy. What's his name? Manny Cochin. Because... Wait, wouldn't he? Right? I need to save again already because I'm already confused. Hi, Tap. Hey, it's my favorite, cutest, coolest, funniest Aussie streamer. Hey, that's me? Wow, I'm flattered. I'm sure there's someone out there funnier than me, but I'll take the other ones. Maybe not, but I guess they wouldn't necessarily be Australian either. There's a lot of streamers out there. I feel like I rarely ever see Australian streamers, and that's only because I stream at the same time we all stream. So I'll never see them. I say that like, I don't know heaps. I know a good amount. Okay, so I saved. I was going to try presenting this. Maybe? Objection! I did it! Ms. Yu, I believe there is someone you overlooked in making your statement. Good luck. Thank you. Don't worry. We got this. Alright. Love you, Tap. Hello. Welcome back. You did it. You got through the week. We're proud of you. Yay. Well done. Thank you. You did great.
Okay.
Oh god, the wrong... I'm sorry, my buttons are like in different locations. Okay, hold up. Sprinkle positivity. That is cute. Oh my god, that is so silly. Okay, it's fixed now. And I watch you and a Kiwi streamer and sometimes South African. Ooh. After I finished, the Vax was basically shoved in a silo, so I'm dead. The Vax? Wait, what? So, with a vaccination was shoved in a silo. Why was a vaccination in a silo? Vax for short. Okay. Yeah, why a silo? Or are you saying after the vaccination you put all the chickens in the silo? Even then, I thought a silo was only for after. I thought chickens? I was in silo. But the chickens are in a silo? Not the chickens. Oh, so you're saying you was put in the silo where it's like hot and humid. Silo for grain. Okay. Were you safe? I've heard that can be dangerous. Safe? Fixing silo. Oh, okay. So it's probably empty. You have to like fix the walls or something? How do you fix it? Silo was empty. Okay, cool. Or rather, is it because you'd rather not bring this person up? What do you mean? We're looking for someone with a reason to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel. But very hot. Today was hot here, so I can only imagine it was even hotter north. I can think of at least one person that fits the bill. He was the suspect in the original KG-8 incident, and a member of the CDPE staff, Mr. Manny Cochin. Yeah, that's right. The very man who came to visit you earlier out in the hallway. Good pickup, Edgeworth. Hi, Daft. How you doing, buddy? Adding a breathing pipe on it and sealing holes. Ooh, okay. So that the grain can heal, can breathe, right? I'm existing. You're doing great, buddy. It's good to see you. I understand. Distracted by all that sweet Final Fantasy. I'm gonna set aside time to play Final Fantasy next week because I finally have time. I'm gonna have so much time next week because I have less shifts during the week. I want to think about it. You don't think the grain should breathe? That's fair. Grain should always be suffocated. The man who killed a member of the CDPE staff, Mr. Rell, and the man who was the lead prosecutor of the KG-8 incident, Mr. Faraday. Are you telling me that Mr. Cochin has no reason at all to kill both of these men? Well, I suppose he might have a reason or two.
You covered for the pale. Yeet.
Look forward towards my new PC. Hell yeah. I mean, I don't want to talk about work anymore. Oh, okay. I was just confused by grain breathing. Sir, you want a shiny Moogle spear for glam purposes, Han? A shiny Moogle spear? Don't I already have a Moogle spear because it's my best weapon at the moment? Or is that different? That's okay. It's okay, man. Fucking ads. I still feel like there should be something that lets me exonerate mods from seeing ads. I mean, obviously not everyone's exonerated from ads, but like, mods. At least they can see chat. But they can't arrest me! I'm gonna eat, but hopefully tomorrow I can hang with you guys. No worries! Hell yeah! Go get that sleep, man. What was I gonna say? I'll be able to stream longer tomorrow too. I have an early morning shift, so more time to hang out. Gonna be hacking great. I'm back now. Hi! All the hugs. You did great, Tam. Good job. Proud. I'm setting the alarms on my phone to awaken the moan. Sorry. I'm like looking down at my phone and my brain's like, Hannah, what are you doing? What was I doing? Fuck yeah. And I'm already so far through the week. I'm like, ooh, already almost there. So proud of myself. Takes time.
Maybe you're not such a bad guy after all.
You thought I was a bad guy? I'm you know, maybe a little sassy, but I'm not bad. You know, this explains why Gumshoe has such devoted, like, devotee sort of energy towards Edgeworth, I feel. Because if he literally saved him from being, like, accused of murder and stuff, it kind of makes sense that he's like, oh, he has a tough facade, but obviously he's always kind as long as you don't commit a murder. And he never will. Don't get ahead of yourself. You're still a suspect, make no mistake about it. The perfect evidence, the perfect testimony, these are the only things I wish to hold.
But I didn't do it.
You will stay under my authority and go investigate Mr. Manny Cochin for me. Oh my god. I want to be under his authority. And remember, I will not be very forgiving about something.
You wanna investigate your coaching? You'll just be wasting your time.
And why is that? But yeah, with the male loophole hand, can send you one of the fancy weapons now, well after maintenance. Well after maintenance. Ooh, okay. Sure. I'll take it. If you're offering. I don't know when's the I think I've been on it recently, so I don't know how long it's been. How long has it been, guys? I'm losing the plot real quick. One Piece? Nah. Disney will not touch One Piece. In a good way.
Cochin was up in the viewing gallery watching the trial, or so I was told. Every cop in this place has been keeping an eye on the guy since he arrived.
Then the only real suspect we have is still Detective Gumshoe. I suppose so.
No way, come on, Detective Man, you gotta believe me, sir. I really was in the hallway the whole time, sir. I never took a single step in this room, sir.
Okay, then are you saying there was someone else who passed through the hallway?
No, there was no one else, sir.
Poor Gumshoe. God, his eyes.
Then why should I believe you didn't do it?
That is one incredibly foolish detective, standing right in front of a crime scene all by himself. It's as good as a confession of guilt. Pardon. Haven't had maintenance since you last logged in. Just planning ahead. Okay. Yeah. So next week I have like multiple days off during the week, so I actually have more time to like assign a day per person next week. So I'm looking forward to it. That's basically what I'm gonna do. That's my entire plan for next week. Provided I still get my editing done, but I'll get there. Most criminals will have fabricate some sort of lie to escape their crimes. And if that detective really wanted to prove that he is innocent, you'd think he would at the very least offer up a "I spaced out while on duty" or the like.
Command, gumshoe, time for your interrogation.
Oh, golly gosh, Detective Bad.
Why is the judge in here? Miles, Edgeworth, I will go ahead and report this to Papa.
This they say is right. Right, everyone. Ho, ho, ho.
Alright, bye. He was here for no reason. Well, I suppose we should both be getting back to our real jobs now, huh? Before we do miss you, there is something I'd like to speak with you about. What is it? God, every time. You set these two men up and make it look like they killed each other. If there's one thing I cannot forgive, it's the desecration of the dead. My real question is, like, has anyone tried, like, pushing these bars away or something? Like, there could be any number of reasons why it moved. So, what do you want to ask me about? The current case of the murdered CDPE staff member. Why did they come up with the most longest word ever? They just want to keep repeating it. I've heard that people have begun calling it the second KG8 incident. KG8, only among you law enforcement types. And what about it? I'd like for you to tell me everything you know about the original KG8 incident. I'm afraid I can't help you. I don't know anything beyond what was reported in the papers. Lies! No, I believe you know much more, since you are directly tied to the KG8 incident. I'd appreciate if you'd stop with the false accusations. Baseless outbursts are useless both inside and outside the courtroom, don't you know? I do, but I also know that I do have a leg to stand on here.
Think you can stop making that ultra-serious face in front of me?
If you please stop laughing for just 1 second. I'm not going to make any headway like this. I'm just going to have to show her exactly how related to the KG incident she is.
Excuse me? Your sister's name is in here.
Miss Yu, I believe that I have proof of your connection to the KG8 incident. That files your proof? Well then, why don't you tell me exactly how I'm related to the KG8? Through the victim. Your connection to the victim. The victim's name is CCU. You will note that she has the same last name as you. Can you really still tell me with a straight face that you are not related to this case? Sorry, but we're not related.
What?
Just kidding. Asked that question with such a serious look in your face that I couldn't help but... Miss Yu, I asked that you tell me the truth. Alright, I'll tell you everything I know. Thanks. As you guessed, I'm the one who reported the smuggling activities of the Amano group. It was my sister, CCU, as I thought. And she was killed right before she was to testify at the impending trial by Manny Kuchen. But because he was tried once and was acquitted, he gets to live out the rest of his cushy life completely carefree. Which is still an odd thing to do. I mean, I get it. Like, the idea is that if the law system is thorough, theoretically, right? If You know, you'd hope that if someone's been acquitted, it means that they shouldn't need to ever come back, you know, like, I don't know, like, it's all kind of sus. All because of a lack of evidence. No, I heard the evidence to convict him did exist. What? I heard it was from Mr. Ferrada himself after Mr. Cochin's trial was over. Apparently, a man in black made off with the most important piece of evidence. Then the evidence had been tampered with. Isn't it just like a criminal should do something like that? The smuggling ring, so this was Von Karma, presumably? The smuggling ring began being run out of the Amana group was by one of its secretaries. They bailed Mr. Cochin out. Turns out they were in league with each other all along. How big was that smuggling ring? Was it a large operation? I don't really know, which is why I wanted to become the lead defense on this case that people are calling the second KG-8 incident. But I haven't learned anything new at all. I was probably expecting too much, I know. You mean you think this case has nothing to do with the smuggling ring? I don't know what to think. Interesting, interesting. It's interesting to think that this is what probably set off the whole Yatagarasu stuff. Like, it was like, I know there's evidence! I'm gonna try and steal the truth, but then, like, failed, maybe, in the original KG-8 incident. Why does Mr. Cochin want to meet with you earlier? Actually, he came to watch the trial. Apparently he only found out that I was the defense lawyer on this case after he'd arrived. He figured he should say hi, and one other thing. Looks like you couldn't resolve anything this time either. Too bad. That sounds like bullying to me. What's that supposed to mean? Oh boy, stop it with this scary face already. I'm fine, or really, I gave him a good slap across the face. The way she talks about slapping him as she laughs away is kind of creepy. But it's just as Mr. Bad said. He's not related to the double murder. Asked around and people in the gallery claimed he was in his seat the whole time. Talk about cruel fate. Well, this is about all I know. Sorry, guess I wasn't much help, huh? That's not true. I'm sorry I made you recall such a painful time in your life. Edgeworth, you really are too serious for your own good. You really need to learn to relax. We wouldn't want you to die of stress, would we? She is so right, though. Yo, I'm finally playing Final Fantasy 16. It's fucking amazing. Hell yeah. Dude, I was gonna ask you. I remembered that it like came out and I was like, he must be a happy duck right now. Hell yeah. Good to hear, Bert. Good to hear. What part you up to? I've played through it, so I know all the spoilers. The good, the bad, and the chocolate bar. I bought the full edition with DLC. Ooh, okay. I didn't buy the DLC, but that's fine. I've only played for about 40-ish minutes. Okay, so barely the tutorial. Barely the opening credits. I always find that funny with like Final Fantasy games. You have to almost like, you almost have to be like, all right, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna scoot, grab my, you know, don't anticipate to play the game, okay? Most of it's gonna be cutscenes for at least the first hour. Just got past the grass dude at the start. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Thank you for your advice, but there's no need to worry. I work in my own way, and I will catch this criminal in my own way as well. You see. Look at you with your game face on, ready to go. I'm making no such face. Did you know laughter is the best medicine, Edgeworth? Okay, she's going through a lot of pain. Got it. Don't you get tired of making such a serious face all the time? I'm charged with making sure that all the criminals of this world are found guilty. I have no need for laughter. Aw, buddy. There you go, making that face again. Oh well. I've got to get going. Still have a few loose ends I need to tie up. It's still undeniable. It's still crazy to think that he has such a good... Like, he doesn't lose until he comes across Phoenix. Isn't that right? He doesn't lose for like a whole year or something? It's the FF I've wanted since 12 came out. 12? Wait, you're missing quite a couple of numbers there. Why do you say 16? The one that you wanted. It is my belief that these two cases are related to each other. Plus that detective, Detective Gumshoe. It's obvious he's lying, even though the lie is hurting his chances. Clearly this case is far from over, but whether or not that detective is the murderer, I can only be determined once I've completed my perfect investigation. Mr. Von Karma, I swear to uphold your honorable name, or my name isn't Miles Edgeworth. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Yay, we did it. Part 1. 15 was disappointing. Still good, but not great. The weird thing about 15, in my opinion, right, is that you start the game and you can do everything within a certain area, right? And then there's like a door you have to open. You have to do a quest. You open up a door and basically the rest of the map entirely opens up, okay? You go around, you do tons of different things across the map, get distracted, do side quests, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, the whole idea, at least in my brain, was make sure you do all the side quests before you do this big fancy quest. And there's a few other quests you have to do. Before you take a boat to a location, right? You've played it, right? Anyway, but as soon as you take that boat to that location, you kind of unlock the rest of the ending. Like, there's not more to it than that. That's how I remember it. I could be completely wrong. So it's really weird how the game basically is built off the idea of do everything first. Don't bother doing any of the side quests, like any of the main quest line, because the moment you do, you'll be locked into all of these other sequence of quests and you'll just be carried through to the ending. I have a love-hate relationship with 15. Why do you say that? What was your experience? I remember loving 15, but I also didn't get to the ending because I got stuck at a point. But I do remember I think the weird thing is that when I was 15, when I played it, I had the time to kind of wander around and do stuff. You know what I mean? There was a certain amount of, look at this guy lying. Is he okay? He looks like he's getting ready to shit himself, but on the couch. Luckily the couch is brown. What was I just saying? Ending was very lackluster. I've heard. The best part of 15 was the characters and their friendship. The story was very mid and the missions were crap. That's true. His relationship with his friends are like so wonderful. And then even like the whole building up, like, I'm gonna go get married. And then fuck, you're fucking wrong. They're dead. It was just nothing. Like, it changed directors so much. Oh, okay. My main description is you can tell the developers really wanted to put their all into but the lack of vision kept it from being that more the developers wanted to put their heart and soul into. Okay, that's fair. I would have loved 15 more if it was 15. If I was 15. I think I was 23? Okay. But yeah, like, detail's so good. I definitely agree that the characters are some of the best characters, because I really like just having a bunch, like, you basically had like a little boy band of people going around in your heckin' car and you just hung out. It was great. And they had, like, I remember the camping scenes being kind of sweet, and, you know, like, you kind of build up this whole relationship with your fellow boyfriends. But yeah, but as soon as you got to, like, the island and all of that stuff happened with the Leviathan and stuff, it just kind of ends up feeling a bit meaningless. It's basically like, it's like if you grabbed a Mario game, right? And you're like, your princess is in a castle, you know, that sort of thing. Like, you're working towards getting to the princess, and then you get to the end, and it's like, your princess is not in another castle. Your princess is dead. And now you're gonna go kill Bowser. But the story is blown up into this really weirdly disproportionate story. Hi, Stania. The gameplay seemed very stiff and distant from each other. I only played it for 3 or 4 years ago. Okay. Then the poor policeman with the water pen. Oh yeah, but water fountain. I'm more worried about this guy. As I said, he looks like he's gonna shit himself. He's like, I've got this, but I can't go to the toilet, so I'm just gonna lie here saluting. Anyway, 4:45. So, what is to become of the trial into the CBDE staff members' murder? Oh, fuck. Voices. Oh, I hate the voice I gave him. It hurts my throat too much. I'm just gonna... Indeed, since both the suspect and the prosecutor are now dead, the case will be dismissed. In other words, the trial here ends prematurely. Ha! Looks like you'll just have to wait just a little bit longer for your big debut. I suppose it can't be helped. The evidence for this trial will be transferred to you in a little while. Oh, me? Sir, what do you think about the murder of the CBDESM? Thanks, Estania. I enjoy it, but you could tell the lack of polish missing. I definitely, again, when I played it when I was 13, I thought it was fine, but then I tried going back and playing it, and I was like, I'm not enjoying this. I always find it weird that nowadays, because of like, you either have the compulsion to try and do everything slowly over the course of time in like a big game like that, or you need to make a story long enough to kind of match the, like, you always want to do a little bit of the main quest, a little bit of the side quest, a little bit of the main quest, a little bit of the side quest, kind of like chunk it out a little bit, you know, like Final Fantasy Rebirth that I was doing, you know, like you kind of got introduced, you did a chunk of the game, and then it was like open world, and you'd go around, do a couple of things, and then you'd focus back in on the main quest line, and then it would go out again, and you'd be more open world, new open world area, explore that a little bit, then go back into a quest line. In that way, it was really good because it kept, you know, kind of like, you know, engaged me enough to go do a few things in the open world while not, like, I didn't fully want to do everything either, so. If co-op Dorfian, I think. No, I just say CDEP. I'm not saying 4 syllables, okay? It's too long. It's every single time it comes up, I'm like, why are they repeating it? Why do they have to keep saying the Copfodian staff member? I'm like, I'm just saying, or embassy staff member. I'm saying CDEP, okay? Because holy shit. Anyway, old Noctis looks cool though. Noctis is cool. Usually the auto member has it. So so interestingly, the Autobot is being circumvented now that Autobot has gotten too good. So whatever system usually puts the bots through, they're putting accented letters. So if you notice in a lot of the different names and even in sentences, they're putting accents in, so it actually doesn't go through like the normal censor, which is terrible. Fuck you! Don't know who I'm talking to, but not you guys. Obviously, I'm just talking to whoever makes bots. What's wrong with you? Anyway, so they need to broaden their alert systems. Dude, this one streamer yesterday got like 30 spammers spamming the same link in like 5 minutes. Fuck, man. The thing that brought the game down the most was the slow traversal. I feel like the enemies that mattered had too much HP. At least that is what I noticed when I booted it up a few weeks ago for some reason. I think I know what you're talking about. That is one of the weird things that I get disappointed by nowadays. I'm not patient enough for really long boss fights. Monster Hunter is fine. Love Monster Hunter. I usually play it with friends, so taking 30-40 minutes to do one hunt is just kind of like you sit back, chat, and kill shit, you know? It's more casual in its approach. But in single player games, I struggle a lot more at it because I don't want to be patient for that much amount of time. Hell, I like even with like Elden Ring, like or any sort of Dark Souls game, I feel like fights are probably lucky to be 3 minutes at most. You know what I mean? Like if you're doing a decent amount of damage and you've at least upgraded your weapon a fair amount, a fight attempt shouldn't take longer than 3 minutes, maybe 5 if you're like end game level of shit. You know what I mean? But this, like, Final Fantasy, like, I definitely feel like is one of those ones where they just want to push that. They want to make your fight last 8. like above 5 minutes to 8 minutes and stuff, and I sit there and I'm like, if I die at the end of this, I will kill something. You know, like I'm gonna be so mad because it's not the fact that I can't do the fight, it's the fact that I have to be patient enough to actually go through the entire fight. And obviously a lot of the time I just want to kill, keep moving, you know what I mean? Again, Dark Souls, you know, like if you die to a boss, even if you die quickly, or even if you take a while to kill, it feels well paced, that you don't feel like you're constantly, you feel like you're constantly moving one way or another, whether you are dying or not. Anyway. Like I ran into a random enemy, it took 30 minutes. Fuck that. Not story related, not a quest, just a random enemy that can drop over and over again in the end game. Really? That's fucked, man. Nah, I don't want to do that. Again, I'm not that patient. I'm not that patient. Okay, I'll take Dark Souls any day. I'm thinking about Dark Souls 3 and my brain's like, man, it's been so long. I should talk to Jaden. I'm gonna have more time in the future to play Dark Souls, so maybe I'll have to do another Dark Souls playthrough with him. What an outrageous circus it has all become. The Faraday brought it up upon himself with his naivety. An outrageous circus, right, sir? I grow weary of this topic. Edgeworth, I will have you assigned to a different case.
Papa!
You'll come and watch my courtroom debut next, won't you? I'll consider it. Sir, if I may, please allow me to continue with my investigation. Whatever for? I know that there is already a suspect in the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. However, there is not enough evidence to prove that it was he who committed the crime. I'd like to continue investigating in order to find the perfect proof of his guilt. Perfect proof? Don't make me laugh. A worthless person like you has no right to claim such a thing as perfection. Wow! Fuck you! I hate you, Manfred. He's like your adoptive kid, okay? He's striving for perfection because you never made him feel worthy to begin with, even when he was perfect to begin with. Phoenix believed in that person, okay? Phoenix believed that he was great from the beginning and had him as a role model in his life, but Miles, he looks up to you. And if you cannot give him some amount of satisfaction by approving of the things he does in his life, then how is he ever gonna feel worthy? Anyway, sorry, what's going on? Fuck out! Dude, there are like 2 specific bosses that take 2 hours each. Nah, fuck that. Nah.
Papa. Who do you think is the real culprit behind these murders?
Miles and I, we're competing to see who can find the real killer first. Plus, being able to investigate a real crime scene is a really rare opportunity. It will give us some real-life experience, wouldn't you agree? Again, you always talk about real-life experience, Francisca. 13. Why? If you want to investigate this case that much, then do as you wish. And then you're allowing us to continue. In court, your top priority is to win, and a solid investigation is one of the keys to winning. We have to make sure you become recognized as a first-rate prosecutor, don't we? Why do you say that? It wouldn't be very interesting otherwise. I'm returning home now. Edgeworth, Francisca, see to it I'm not disturbed, save for the results of your competition. Yes, sir.
Of course, Papa.
Because Manfred is an awful father. Partner father. Awful partner. My god, that's illegal. Borderline illegal. Francisca, thank you. What are you thanking me for? Your logic earlier was built on that scruffy detective's lie. That means the competition is still on. Yes, just as you wished. I couldn't let you get off so easily. Now then, let's see how well you fare on the investigation from here, Miles Edgeworth. I know I don't have enough information yet, so my first order of business will be to question everyone involved with this case. I can't talk to you? What? I need to talk to the guy who's shitting himself.
Another report, sir.
Is there no one who will make this man take responsibility for his actions on the job? Looks like we have no choice but to report this to Papa. Then Scott will have fun in a waking nightmare after being reawakened from his dream. Actually, let's not. I kind of feel sorry for him now. What's the matter, officer?
I've been standing here forever, sir, and I really need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, buddy. I feel so sorry for him. I literally had one of those moments today where I was like sitting there and I was like, I'm gonna go to the toilet after I do this one coffee or these two. I was gonna do 2 more coffees and then I was gonna go to the toilet. And in my brain, I was like, what's the chances that it will get randomly busy after I go to finish those 2 coffees? And lo and behold, there was like another 3 people who rocked up and I'm like, shit. Anyway. This one isn't that far, is it?
No, it's a short way down the hall beyond these doors, but I don't want to be blamed for anything that might happen while I'm gone, so I'm gonna hold it.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe can be a positive influence in the force after all.
I can't stop the water, sir.
It seems the man who was there earlier broke it by drinking from it too much. Bunch of fools who pretend to not see the foolish actions of a foolish fool. Well then, why don't you lend the officer a hand? As if I should have anything to do with this. Besides, that water-drinking fool's mouth is the thing that officers should be covering. Let's give that officer a description of the water guzzler later. She seems to have quite the grudge. It sounds to me like someone wanted a drink. Miss you. Oh, it's you, Edgeworth. And who are you? Wait, you were at the crime scene just now, weren't you? You should be disbarred for not knowing who I am. I am Franziska von Kammer, and I'm about to become the successor of the family name. About to? I guess that means that for now you're still just another kid. In that case, it's only natural that I didn't know who you are. What? Why are you whipping me? Anyway, it looks like they're planning to hold the evidence a bit longer. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's waiting. I'm terribly sorry, but I have a few more questions to ask of you.
Look at you, head eyebrows scrunched with lines in your forehead. And that to ask of you.
I mean, Franziska is his biological daughter, so it must have happened sometime. Is there any canonical wife for von Karma? But also, yeah, Manfred is way too harsh on both of their teaching. Obviously. It's just messed. They seem to both come out of it alright. Maybe. Well, I mean, except for Miles, because otherwise he'd have a dad, which is real sad. What exactly is so funny? Sorry, I'm just bad at dealing with a super serious atmosphere. Apparently they failed to teach you proper behavior at a crime scene in law school. I feel better now. What else do you want to talk about? I'd like to inquire as to where you were at the time of the murder. You were in defense lobby number 1 the whole time, until we had to gun shut. Damn it! My theory about the murder happening in the next room over is incorrect now. Possibly. No canonical wife, presumed dead. Cool. Presumed German, right? Because otherwise, why would Franziska be raised in German, like racially raised in Germany? Also, 15 and 7 Remake Rebirth are the only FF games I've played, by the way. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So you haven't seen 16. All right. I played 16 back in Feb, so that was a long month. It was a long month. Because Manfred is German? Oh, Manfred's German. But they're in... I don't know, I just assumed there was probably like one from Germany and one from California, so... Because it seems like... I'm just saying it seems like they have like both Franziska and... I mean, don't get me wrong, they seem like at least von Karma is loaded and stuff, but I feel like they seem to have fairly easily travel between the two, so I feel like having dual citizenship kind of made sense. Which is a really weird way of looking at this, I'm realizing, but that was just the way I inferred it.
What's 16 on sale?
Just to have other games I'm playing. What you playing at the moment? It's not defined, basically. Okay. That's fair, that's fair. By we, I mean Mr. Bad. If you don't believe me, feel free to ask him yourself. You and Bad. You were with Detective Bad. Why? We had a little something to discuss, that's all. Ugh, more talking. This game wants me to talk way too much. Wukong, Elden Ring, Rebirth have taken my time this year. Where are you up to in Elden Ring? I don't have a problem. What are you up to in Elden Ring? I've started Demon Souls. And, it is painful. But I can see it's really interesting because obviously it's like a based game of all the other Dark Souls games. So it's interesting. I've completed DLC with the Elden Ring with the DLC. Nice. Good to hear. Oh. Duh. Long fanfic saturation has them be properly German and part of old German nobility because that's what von Kammer implies by the very name structure. That does make sense. Why he would be a von Kammer. Okay. Alright, okay. And Splatoon is my in-between game when I don't want to hyperfixate. Interesting, interesting. Splatoon is just like quick rounds, isn't it? It's kind of like 20 minutes. Like, what would be the equivalent? It's kind of like Fortnite, like quick 20 minutes and then keep going. Yeah, basically. I'm talking about the structure of the game, not that it's based like Fortnite. Basically, it's more like 5 to 15, 5 to 10. That's actually really shocking. I don't know why, only 10 minutes? Wow. Okay. I can understand why people get sucked into it. Splatoon is so weird because to this day, I have near to no understanding of Splatoon. Every time I see ads on it, I'm like, oh, wow, it looks great. And then I forget about it because I don't have the time. The regular mode is actually 3 to 5 minutes. My fave fish mode is 8 to 10, which is PvE, not PvP. Okay, okay. Because I'm not a sweaty player. Good on you, good on you. Still want to see Wings play Tactical Breach Wizards, even though I suspect that they'd not do well with the puzzles. Oh god. I'm so stupid. Probably. Hi Aylin, welcome in. How you doing? Just to do a casual playthrough for the short story and humor characters. Maybe. I feel bad that I feel like I keep thinking I want to play this game, right? Whatever that game, insert game here, right? And then there's just always something else that comes up. Like I bought a game recently, Cocoon. Cocoon, it was like a puzzle game, like kind of like roguelike. Heard really good things about it. I was like, ooh, doing something a little bit more puzzly would be fun. I haven't got around to it, obviously, at all. And then I got Viru gifted me Hi-Fi Rush. Oh well, he had like a free code for it, and I was like, yeah, we'll get into Hi-Fi Rush. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. And I'm like, shit, when will I fit these games in now? Christmas? I guess I could. It's really weird. A few different games are coming out in November. Like, so Mario and Luigi. There's Assassin's Creed, but Assassin's Creed, I'm just going to do like an initial impression video, almost definitely. Initial impressions video for that one. And then yeah, it's gonna be Bar, and then The Sims Kingdoms, and then I have nothing. So unless I try and do something Christmassy, my anger is palpable. So I have my door locked. That's fair. Just get around to it when you get around to it, I guess. That's the thing. You know what? I'm gonna make a new list. I'm gonna make a new list on Steam that literally says, "Get around to it when I get around to it." And it's just going to be all these games that I actually want to play. I think I already have something like that now that I think about it. Hold up. Do I have like a thing? I have small games here. Do I have like another grouping here? Family, vibes, multiplayer, single player. No, it's not here. I have uncategorized. Oh my god. Oh. You want to play the game. I should have a list of completed games. That's what I really should do. He's lied to his teacher and is planning a setup. Do I want to know of what? Why is he setting up stuff? There's that part of me that's like, tie him up, and then there's the other part of me that's like, no, Hannah, that's abuse. Can't do that. Man, if only life was like an anime. And by the reason I say that is like sometimes they just do really silly things, like, oh yeah, they just leave him in the thing, and then, you know, you can't do that. You can't do that. His teacher has had a complete 180 in attitude about communicating my nephew's behaviors with my parents. You mean before it was don't report it and now they're like, we report everything? Or is it the other way around? Like, they were reporting everything, but then now they haven't been reporting anything. And this is how it started up at my sister's before he set up his stepdad. Right, got you. No, other way around. So they were reporting everything and now they're not. I'm completely straight, but Lordy Edgeworth, please prosecute me. Bro, same. I respect that. We're not even looking at him right now and he's gorgeous. They're no longer going to tell my parents about what Bro does at school. Why? Shouldn't the parents know so that they can, well, you'd hope would discipline the child, but... So I take it that you're acquaintances with Detective Bad. It's a very good point. I should keep going with the story though. Yeah, he was the detective in charge of the KG8 incident. Detective Bad is also related to that incident. What is this? Everyone's connected. And the tone in the message to my mother was standoffish. I mean, you can understand that they were probably going through a really stressful time, but I also think that they should hopefully be writing a very substantial report and like system of events and be able to, again, give it to somebody. Child safe things. Because honestly, if he's an endangerment to the other kids at school, then he should be taken away for the safety of the other kids. Also, he's a bad influence. That's right, he was the one who was supposed to protect my sister, Cece. But you know how that turned out, don't you, Edgeworth? Miles, Edgeworth, I have no idea what you two are talking about. I've heard of the KG8 incident from my papa. But he does that... How does that case relate to you, Miss Yu? The victim of that case, CCU, was my little sister.
You're making that super serious face again.
I'm fine, really. I'm just making a point to rub some more salt in his wounded pride every time I see him. The way she talks about doing that as she laughs away is kind of creepy. Speaking of Mr. Bad, here, Mr. Faraday, I'd say they met up just about every single time the Yatagarasu made a move. It was practically a given that the two would meet up at every one of the crime scenes. I see. Did he mention that he is in charge of the Yatagarasu investigations earlier? Hey, Franziska, Von Karma, still best bad. Von Karma's the best bad? Nah, it's a pain in the ass. I'm surprised this game wasn't localized in the past. Apparently it was huge. Really? Okay. I've been having a great time with it. I can understand, like, it's weird to think that this is the new shiny version, you know what I mean? And I feel like canonically, so far, it has been made sense for me to play this game because I've played 1, 2, and 3 only. And this feels like the next, I don't know if it is correct, but it feels like the next canonical step. And then before we go back to, like, the other Phoenix Wright, whatever the other one is. Best dad. Oh yeah, sure. So he said some story that makes it sound like he's getting disproportionately punished at home and borderline abuse style. Like how he set up the my mum and stepdad aren't feeding me thing by throwing out his and his siblings' lunches. Oh great. You know, it's probably hard to evaluate that. I kind of get confused with behavior like this because there's that part of me that's like, all right, if you push everyone away, you'll be alone and with no one to support you. Like, how do you win? What do you achieve by doing that? You know what I mean? Like, if he was stuck in a room by himself, he would be alone. He'd be sad. He'd be annoyed. He'd be frustrated. It'd exacerbate things even more, probably. It doesn't make sense why I would do that. Still a bit bizarre to face a defense lawyer since that's our entire thing in Phoenix's story. But we don't really face defense lawyers in this at all. Like, it's all the investigation before the courtroom. You don't actually go into the courtroom at all. The courtroom stuff is obviously more of the back and forth. So I actually like this a lot more. I actually really like doing a thorough investigation and actually being given the information forthrightly rather than Phoenix going into the courtroom and only just finding out the proper, like, reports and everything. Because there's always information that Miles has that Phoenix doesn't have because he's a prosecutor versus the defense lawyer. I actually much prefer this perspective because it gives you a broader scope to be able to investigate everything you possibly can to then figure out who did the murder. He's a sociopath and psychopath. His goal is to hurt us. Move to a new place where he can toy with new people. It's fucked. It's annoying because at this rate it's kind of like obviously the whole idea is he's gonna move after Christmas, but it's like you need to get to Christmas. We just need to do this. Did it work? Did I speed up time? I hope not. I have video games to play. Waffles are quiet and eaten. I am now Waffly. Nice to meet you, Waffly. I hope you have a waffle of a time. It's gonna end up in prison. Probably like a kid's, like, penitentiary. Kids? Is that penitentiary the right word? Kids thing. No, I mean, we're against defense attorneys instead of being on the defense ourselves. Right. Okay. I didn't have the lid on properly, but it was on enough. Okay. All right. I'm pressing things incorrectly. All right. Maybe I should ask her what she knows about the Yatagarasu more. Oh, God. Hi, Ultra. I'm not dropping things. Yes, we need to get to Christmas without the kid destroying my family's reputation and potentially getting my mother arrested. Yeah, you'd hope so. You need more evidence. Come on. You can't just, like... if I could testify, I would, because that's ridiculous. Hi, Ultra. Hope you're having a good day. You claim that at the time of the murder you were with Detective Bad. I've been good. Hope the case is going well. I mean, we haven't made a lot of progress in an hour, but that's alright. Having a good gas bag. I always found Edgeworth the most human of all the prosecutors. And that's the weird thing, because in this game, that is so true. So many prosecutors are just so insane. Everyone is, like, I think Estania said it yesterday. She was literally like, this is the equivalent of Miles is in a room filled with idiots or something, whatever the thing is. And he really is. Why is everyone else an idiot and he's the only one who has all the answers? Like, even these other detectives aren't really paying as much attention as they should. You claim that at the time of the murder you were with Detective Bad, but you don't have lawyers who usually discuss the trials with your clients during a recess. We do, and that's what I was planning to do. But Mr. Ferrado was being rather threatening, and he dragged Mr. Rell away. After that, Mr. Bad came into lobby number 1, so we just stayed there and talked. And what did you talk with Detective Bad about? nothing interest. I just insulted him some, talked about how the trial was going, and then I insulted him some more. Bloody, when she's not laughing, her mouth seemingly spews nothing but insults. Anyway, Mr. Bad and I were in defendant lobby number 1 when the murder occurred, so I really can't tell you anything about the hallway of or lobby 2. Alright. That's the thing, the police and the DCJ didn't do an investigation on the incident they got him here at all. They took his word for it entirely. And obviously him building up a whole case of like making it sound like trying to like get the teacher's sympathy to, you know, and stuff. Sorry, I'm just looking at her shirt. Why does she have a white tie? Is not good. That's the point. Yeah, it's not good. You understand where I was going with that. Starting here now. Isn't there a way to make him stop? There's gotta be something you can do, right? Do you have like documented proof? Have you been taking notes? Just grab all of my VODs. Just grab all of my VODs where you ever talked about it. Because you need to basically like, you could probably start like documenting, like being like, this day heard this. This day heard this. You know what I mean? Like when someone catches him off guard, he crumbles briefly. For example, in Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright, when the old lady keeps flirting with him in the trial, he gets really annoyed, whereas other prosecutors just play it cool. He's like, really? Why are you talking about this in the middle of a court trial? Okay? We are here to deliver the facts in order to understand who committed a serious crime. I am not here to listen to your flattery and your compliments, okay? That is not where this is going to happen. If you want to give me any compliments, do it outside and after the court case, okay? My God. And ask you a few questions about your client, Mr. Mackerel. Now, your client first claimed to be the Yatagarasu, is that correct? Yeah. Once I heard that it was the Yatagarasu that had made her offer the evidence from KG8, I began to think Mr. Rel all sorts of questions, but to no avail. Turns out Mr. Rel was not the Yatagarasu, he'd just made that up. You made it up? Mr. Rel's crime was caught on tape by the security cameras, but there is no footage of him sneaking into the CDPE itself. Hold on for just 1 second. Then you mean to say that you knew that he was not the real Yatagarasu, and that he was just another cold-blooded killer, and you were ready to defend him? Anyway, going back to this, I do not like the color combination of her outfit. Don't get me wrong, this coat with the little bit of purple, stunning. Love it. Okay, does the red buttons match the shirt? Sure, but why are the buttons even red to begin with? The purple looks fine. Just do more purple buttons. Nice dark purple for the buttons. Look way better. Okay, admittedly, again, alright, there's a golden lapel here, matches the earrings. Alright, I'd be willing to accept that if it wasn't for the fact that, again, there's red buttons here. Why is there a gold thing? Is this her defense attorney badge? Is that her badge or something and it just looks real small? I don't get it. And again, white tie? Who wears a white tie? Unless you're wearing a black shirt, you're not wearing a white tie, okay? I assume in the timeline, Phoenix is just starting off as a lawyer. Phoenix is not here at all. I haven't seen him at all. But you have to think that in the first game, that's when he's starting off as a defense attorney. So, and this is after the events of that. So Miles is like 28, I think, in this current storyline or something, 20, something like that. Actually, no. Yes. Not in this specific instance. This specific instance is before that because I think Phoenix took longer to become a full-fledged lawyer. So he wasn't a full-fledged lawyer until he was like 21, 22, while Miles in this current storyline I think's like 18 maybe? Because I remember there only being about... I think Franziska's in the original games is only 18. And he's like 23, so there's like 6 years difference, I think. Phoenix is in jail for tax evasion in this game. Truth. That is so true. I doubt we'll get a cameo, but I don't know. Never played the game. I don't think so. I get no impression that we will. Everyone else has basically been in the game, but... Yeah, that's right. I see. So a defense lawyer is actually just someone whose job is to cover for criminals. Well, I mean, kind of. One of the reasons why, obviously, he doesn't respect defense lawyers, but this is obviously Phoenix's job in the future. That's why defense lawyers are so detestable, but they are no match for us von Karmas.
I don't believe it, you're serious.
When you save that face for someone really worth being serious about. And Edgeworth, do you remember what I said earlier? I have my own agenda. Still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG8 incident, alright? And for that you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer. Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. Only way I can get close to Mr. Well was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him, ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. I'm sorry, forgive my rashness. Alright. Holy shit, that intro. Joshua, Clive's mom. Damn! That was cool. I'm so glad I've managed to avoid spoilers for this long. That was so fucking cool. So much darker than previous FFs. It is very dark. That is all I'll say. Now that you've said that, I'm like, shit, I hope I don't spoil anything by accident. I will be a locked clam. Okay, I won't say anything. I will think things though. So don't be within like a 5-meter radius of me, otherwise you might hear my thoughts. But you're safe. Final Fantasy, yeah. He started playing Final Fantasy 16. So, no spoilers. Well, I'm surprised Miles is calm in this game before a certain case in Phoenix game. He's pretty grim. He really does do a good job of basically being super serious. And then he has Phoenix in like, the second or third case he does with him. And he's like, shit. I don't feel safe now. I'm leaving. No, you're fine. It's okay. For the original FFF, so shut the fuck up. No, Final Fantasy 16. But I was playing Final Fantasy Remake and Rebirth recently. I didn't get to the end of Rebirth. I decided to switch games. This game came out. So, priorities. I need to go and talk to another streamer about possibly doing a sound design for me. Ooh, so I'll be back. No worries. Sephiroth is def an iconic character though. He really is. And he's stunning. He's basically Miles's dad, like let's face it. But I do get a lot of consultation requests from companies to defend them. Requests from companies? The Yatagarasu isn't some petty thief out for money, you know. Alright then, perhaps the Yatagarasu is in the business of stealing people's lives. You're not very funny or witty, are you? Like, little Miss Von Karma. Francesca, be careful about who you whip! Choose carefully or we may be sued by No! No! She got me. That's so funny. There, I chose carefully, just like you wanted. That just now was hilarious, little missy. Humph, of course it was. What is wrong with these two women? Why does my pain give them such delight? Please, I'm gonna need more sleep. You never even need to play the game and you know who he is. Sephiroth is a very tragic character to me. I struggle to feel sympathy for him. From the information that I know so far, I struggle to feel sympathy. But that doesn't mean there's not more details in the future that may be unveiled. So Francesca is the Edgeworth version of Maya? No. No, Francesca is still Francesca. No, there's another little kid. There's a kid. So this is the backstory. we're kind of like, this is case 4, and it is the past before the last 3 cases we did, okay? And there's a kid. I'm blanking on her name. What is her name? There's a kid. And she is the Maya of this game. That's the point. What's her name? What have I forgotten? Oh, Kay Faraday. That's her name. I have to say it. I had never heard of this thief when I was in Germany. Yadagarasu deals in information, namely in digging out dirt from about backroom dealings and the like of companies. Yadagarasu is a vigilante who steals such info and then makes it public for all to see. Vigilant or not, this person sounds just like another criminal to me. Suppose you could have put it that way too. But either way, I get a lot more clients now, thanks to that thief. Sounds like Ms. Yu is profiting nicely. I suppose I've got all I can after moving out of Miss Yu. Detective Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe.
Hi, it's you, pal. You're here. Youch.
As am I. I don't think you needed to whip him to let him know that.
I didn't do it, pal. I swear on my honor as a detective. I really didn't.
Your words are useless. I place my trust only in the evidence, detective. Once the investigation is fully over, we find out that you're the killer. You know, I just thought of something. Hear me out. As a detective, you'd have to eat really well. And by really well, I mean you want to make sure you don't get the shits at the wrong time, okay? What happens if you're on like guard duty and suddenly you have diarrhea and you're on the toilet for like 10, 20 minutes, okay? Like, you'd have to make sure your diet is pristine. So you don't shit yourself on the job. I'm just saying, like, fuck, like, that'd be stressful, man. Anyway, sorry. Thoughts? Thank God, I was gonna say I don't really see Fran and Edgeworth really hitting it off. They don't. Well, he eats and shoes. Mainly ramen. Only ramen. Once the investigation is fully over, should we find out that you're the killer, there will be no mercy to be had for you.
Ever, pal.
But you're not worried, right? After all, you have nothing to worry about. If you really are innocent, that is.
That's right. Hey, pal, go and do your perfect investigation and get the real killer for me, will you?
I would have done so, even had you not requested me to, detective. Zoe and Mr. Faraday had a small meeting last week, did you? And what exactly did you make him so angry?
I just asked Detective Bad the same thing myself, pal. Turns out he was mad at me because on my very first day as a detective, I reported in at my usual spot instead of the Criminal Affairs Department.
I mean, that's not crazy. You can make a mistake like that. That's true for most jobs. Very true. Glad to see Edgeworth still wants Gumshoe to die an agonizing death. Without saying it. He wouldn't. He's secretly a massive fan of Gumshoe. Guaranteed. I like to think that underneath all of it, Edgeworth is like, look at that goofy boy. He's our good doggo. We have to take care of him and give him treats.
By the way, I got down to Criminal Affairs. I was really, really late. And that's when he gave me that huge speech.
I remember doing the exact same thing in elementary school. On the first day of school, every day, I'd always wind up going to my old classroom. How pathetic for the detective to be comparable to a mere schoolchild. Imagine being a customer on the phone or as a cashier. I know, right? It's bad enough that sometimes I'm like when I just need to go to the toilet in general and it's like super busy and you sit there and you're like, all right, I'm gonna just hold it in, I guess. It's sad. You claim to be standing guard in front of the door to lobby number 2 during the recess. However, when did you receive the order to do so, and from whom?
Earlier, around 3:20, and from Detective Bad Pal. Today's trial took a really crazy turn, so I was told to make sure nothing happened to Mr. Faraday.
And yet, something did happen to him, correct? It looks like it was a total waste of manpower to assign you to guard duty.
Ouch. Your words sting worse than your whip, pal.
I hate you, gumshoe bucko. Edgeworth, probably. Yes, on point, absolutely. Also, in my workplaces, using the restroom made you look lazy for some reason. Listen, it depends on the work, I will say. It does depend on the work. But I'm, you know, like sometimes it's just a bad time. Sometimes your bowels are just, you're battling your bowels, you know what I mean? Like, giving you the 102. So, I'm back, all clean, good, 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 good. Welcome to the clean dimension. Well, it's not really the clean dimension. Being in the shower is the clean dimension. So welcome to the dirty dimension. I just. You know what I mean. What was I saying? Yeah, no, like, no, it's weird because some people, it's weird because there's some people who use being on the toilet as like a way to like go do other things. Like they'll do work on their phone while on the toilet and you sit there and you're like, crimes? Okay. I am an anti phone user in the toilets, guys. Do not ever use your phone while in the toilet, okay? There is no reason for any of that shit, especially in public toilets, okay? Unless you're taking your phone out to whip a cute photo with you and the girlsies on a night out, you don't need your phone out, okay? Leave that phone in your purse. They do what now? People use their phones while on the toilet. So they'll just like swipe through and stuff. I'm like, no thank you. I was in factory position, so it made sense, but it felt like we couldn't go at all sometimes. I agree. Good. Anyway, but there's some people who will like bosses. This is specifically bosses where they'll disappear mysteriously. Sorry. And disappear onto presumably to the toilet for like way too long, and then you can find out that they're probably like doing some sort of like work on their phone. Like they'll literally be working, it's just that they're on the toilet as they do it just to have some silence. Not anti-phone, but your phone will take up all your time even with the best intentions, is the best way I can say it now. Oh, okay, that's fair. I just don't do it, alright? If I'm on the toilet, I'm there to do business, you know what I mean? I'm like, we're going in, going through the business and leaving as quick as possible. If I go into the toilet and it ends up being like a bad time, I'm just gonna sit there. I'm just gonna zone out and I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm just here for the next like 10 minutes, I guess. Take my phone out of my back pocket of my jeans or tights out of paranoia, it will fall into the toilet. That is completely valid. But I don't use said phone and wipe with any bacterial wipes afterwards. Yeah. You don't use the phone. Like, you can move the phone around. It's just, you don't use it. There's no need to. God, I keep getting so distracted with conversation. It's just one of those nights. So it was Detective Bad who ordered him to stand guard, huh? I definitely feel like there's a little too much mystery around Detective Bad so far. Like, he knew about Faraday in relation to the investigations. Like, who's to say they're both not, like, the Yato, like, he knows about Faraday being the Yatagarasu. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
No, not a thing, pal.
In that case, allow us to take a look at what you're carrying on your personage.
Wait, you can't do that.
There's nothing of any particular value here.
Well, my handcuffs and badge were confiscated by Detective Bad, so you know.
And what is the open envelope I see stuck out of your coat pocket?
Oh, hands off, pal.
Just touch the titties! Gumshoe titties. Just show it to us already.
Yeah.
And your bonus check within $5 total, except there's no check inside.
I've had your look. Now give it back, pal. It's my first bonus as a brand new detective.
$5?
I just got it and cashed it today. I had literally no cash on me up until I did, you know. So that envelope is really special to me. Now give it back.
Is that where he was instead of guarding the hallway? Oh, poor Gumshoe. I personally do the same, like I go only when I need to go, but for some, going to the restroom is actually taking a break they actually need. Okay. I also just don't like public restrooms. That's also fair. I will do everything in my power to not have a corner stall if I can. I don't mind corner stalls, but I have too much paranoia in relation to spiders to go in corner stalls a lot of the time. So I always like going like second one to the end, middle. That's just a random thing. Anyway, Francesca's a bitch. No, she's not a bitch. She's just not as eloquent as Miles. Just as Miles isn't as eloquent and goofy as Phoenix, okay? You don't need rubbish like this. Don't worry, we'll throw it away for you later.
Oh, how could you?
Literally has no money on him until he cashed this. Why is that important evidence? I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, but I need to take him in for questioning now. I think I've asked him just about everything I needed to. No, wait, since he became a suspect, there is one piece of evidence I should reconfirm. Officer, I ask that you wait a second. I still have one thing I'd like to reconfirm with Detective Gumshoe. Please make it brief, sir. Being mean to Gumshoe. She's kind of mean to everyone, so... I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. I must confirm whether or not his testimony about when the crime occurred is the truth. How was that not your first thought? Why are you asking about what was in his pockets? I thought we were gonna ask about the testimony to begin with. Okay, whatever. Wait, why are you looking at the bookshelf, man? Various judges share their thoughts and ideas. The real daily lives of the judges are laid out here on these pages. There's nothing about the court in here. It's just page after page of unrelated drivel. Judging by the content, they're very enthusiastic about the courthouse daily menu. It appears that fried oysters are a favorite. Oh, oh, my legs. My leggies. No, not the bookcase. There's Miles, the Gumshoe. You told me earlier that you heard no sound other than the gunshot out in the hallway. Is that correct?
No mistake about it, pal.
And then you are also claiming that no one passed through the hallway either. Is that also correct?
Yeah, not even a single ant passed through that hole while I was on duty.
You do realize that the lie you're telling is only making life more difficult for yourself.
Huh? Oh, but it's true. I didn't see anyone go through the hallway, and I didn't hear anything else, pal. I bet the killer found a way to kill the two guys that's beyond what I can even imagine.
Oh, sorry. Finally, burrito! Do you have work tomorrow? I do! I've got an 8 a.m. shift. Woo. But it's also good. Because, and, the good thing about it is what was I gonna say? Well, like, I finish work middle of the day. So, I get like a whole day and a half off. So, that's nice. I get to go home and play Fields of Mystria for way too long. That's the plan! Oh my god. Aylin, you'll be so proud of me. I finally did it! So, we have this one person come in at one point. When he came in, I realized that he's he has like, he's either hard of hearing or he like, yeah, he's like, I'm pretty sure he's deaf. I'm not sure the circumstances. Anyway, but ever since I saw him the first time, my brain was like, man, I should try and do some like sign language to him and stuff. Anyway, so I went home. I like, this is literally, it's been months, okay? You need to understand that. And I actually like looked up like sign language. And I looked up sign language. I know like the alphabet and stuff, but I don't really know anything more than that. I literally, anyway, so, but the only thing I ended up really kind of like memorizing was like, have a good day. Anyway, so I fully intend, I was like, the next time I see this guy, if I ever see him, is I'm gonna remember to do the sign language. But the next couple of times I've seen him, we've been really busy and I just haven't had the time. Anyway, so today he finally came in and we were actually like, there was no one here. And he came up, so I when he went to go like pick up his coffee, I was like, I did like the sign for it and stuff, and he did it back and I was like, yes, I did it, finally. I have achieved all the goals in life. I'm very happy. Anyway, so now I need to learn more sign language. Nice. Hell yeah. I'm hoping to finish the Body of Orb Mother tomorrow. Hell yeah. Nice and quish. Aw, they're so cute. I'm gonna do it more. I'm gonna learn more sign language. I want to make people who come into our workplace who may be like deaf or hard of hearing, so it's like easier to like, you know, talk to them and stuff. I think it's a good idea. I have a niece whose whole family uses sign language, but I don't see them enough to retain it. That's fair. In my household, we usually just, I have an auntie who uses sign language, but a lot of the time we just do like A, B, C, D. So I know A to Z like the back of my hand, literally the back of my hand. And then I know Jesus, of course, because why wouldn't I know Jesus? But I don't really know too much more than that. Anyways, so yeah, I keep thinking about like maybe actually trying to learn some more just basic sign language. You know what I mean? Like there's probably plenty of basic sign language that I could learn that is actually like the signs versus, you know, just the A, B, C, you know. But yeah. Working slowly. I also I have like tons of little stories about today. I'm trying to remember all of them. What was the other thing I told Adara earlier? She was so funny. Shit. What was it I told my sister? Forgotten it. Does anyone else get so tired that their bones are exhausted? Sometimes, yes. After working a 7-hour day, 8-hour day, yes. I should brush up on my alphabet too. Well, it also depends on the country as well. So like, which is so stupid. We had the perfect opportunity to make a universal sign language, and we were like, actually no. Okay, oh my god, Zuck. I don't know if you're into anime, but I watched this anime called A Sign of Affection, and it's about this guy falling in love with this girl and finding out she's deaf and then like learning like sign language in order to talk to her and stuff. And it's really cute. And I finished it finally on Monday, and I just love it. I just love it so much. It's so cute. It's the best. I feel like I've heard the title. I don't, but Def don't know the premise. But yeah, it's real cute. It's yeah, it's obviously like love shonen, well shoujo, whatever. But it's really cute because they actually do, you know, they're literally signing and doing like the Japanese sign language. And it's really interesting because you can see kind of how they phonetically spell out certain words in relation to like the Japanese understanding of how you say things. You know, like, you know, they'll do like hand signals and stuff. Where you're like, oh, from a Japanese standpoint, it makes sense that that's the sign language, you know? Anyway, it's really cool. And then like, this is okay. It's just, okay, I'm fine. Rant over. I had more funny things to talk about, but I've literally forgotten them. I'm doing great. So intends to continue telling this ridiculous lie, but why would he do so given the situation he's in? I believe a thorough investigation of the hallway in front of the defendant's lobby is in order. Was he staring at the ants? Was she swooping? Go! You! Come on, Miles, are you okay? God, she's fucking brutal. How could you have not noticed that coming? Wasn't that the child I changed money for earlier?
Thanks. That's exactly what I needed.
Kids can sometimes be so cruel. Looks like she dropped something. Swiss roll dropped by the mysterious young girl says courthouse special on it. Why is this evidence? Maybe we should arrest the girl. She might turn out to be a valuable lead. No! I believe some sort of punishment may need to be dealt the next time we meet. She's a child. I believe I've asked all I need to of this man. Now for Detective Bad and the judge. I have to confirm who is correct, and the judge or that scruff face, right? I suppose we should inspect the hallway. Yeah. Yes, let's. Oh. Why can I walk in there? Alright, can I walk out this way? Yeah. 10. I've had jobs where I have to stand for 8 hours straight and only a 30-minute break, so I had days where I plumbed right on a couch afterwards. Dude, the feels. Too tired to do anything, even eat. Bro. I still have to cook. Still at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, gotta cook for my sister and I. Too determined. There is an ant over here. A trail of something out over here. Oh, the Swiss rolls can be bought from here. That's interesting. If the Swiss rolls were bought from here, did... Oh! 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 Oh, dudes! Gumshoe! He gave the $5 to the kid. And then she had 50 cents in change. She had $1 in change. So, but she needed like the dollar versus like the actual physical change, so that between her and Gumshoe they could buy a Swiss roll. Oh, that's so cute. But also, how did the person get past him to do the murder then? Was he that distracted? He ran. He must have ran to the thing, and between the period of time it took for him to run to the bank and get the $5, someone committed the murder. All for a Swiss roll. I figured it out. I'm so smart. Stadia would be so proud.
So, did you see anything else?
No, I don't think so.
I see. Well, thanks for your cooperation.
Called it. Alright. Explain for those of us without a brain cell today, hun. That's cute, if that happened. I'm guaranteed. Definitely happened. What? 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 What happened? Are you talking about what I just said or someone else? What? Zark just missed everything. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. Earlier, okay? So earlier, there was a tiny kid that just kicked him in the nuts, right? Miles in the nuts. The kid ran up to Miles, held out 250 cents, and said, "Can you change this or something?" And he was like, "Oh, for like $1, right?" Because for some weird reason, $1, there's a dollar change. It needed like a paper dollar, not the coin dollar. Okay, now we know now that right here, Detective Gumshoe's annual bonus for $5. Okay, literally had no money on him until he cashed this. He was supposed to be defending in front of this door, but a tiny kid comes up and wants a treat from the courthouse special. So Detective Gumshoe goes up and looks at it and thinks, shit, I don't have any money on hand. I'm gonna go cash my bonus. And he can get $5, but he's still $1 short. So that's what Kay, the little kid, went to go do. So between him and the kid, they made $6 to buy the little Swiss roll, this thing, courthouse special Swiss rolls, from the little kid. So that's why Gumshoe is telling a lie about what he was doing, because he doesn't want to get, because obviously he was trying to do everything for the kid and he doesn't want the kid to get in trouble. Okay. I don't even remember. That's okay. I remember. He needed change. And we know what that was for now.
Well,
I said that.
Oh, it's nothing. Just doing my duty as a defender of the law.
He looks so chunky. Look at him.
that'll be all for now. I'll ask in if I have any other questions.
Anytime, Detective. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a few loose ends I have to tie up.
My shoelaces!
Oh, you're the new prosecutor. Mr. Von Karma recommended, right?
My name is Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. And I'm Manfred von Karma's daughter, Franziska von Karma. I'm to become the successor of my genius father any day now, Your Honor.
I see. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Von Karma and... I bit my tongue.
Are you alright, Your Honor?
Please feel free to refer to me as...
Please feel free to refer to me as Ms. Von Karma, Your Honor. As for him, just Edgeworth is fine. Apparently somebody doesn't feel that I'm worthy of a proper title.
Oh, very well then. I shall call you Ms. Von Karma and Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Your Honor, Mr. Edgeworth is fine. Now, sir, your earlier testimony.
Yes, what about it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I would like to ask you a few questions about what exactly you saw. Still trying to remember that silly story. That was sad. There was one funny story. Okay, so telling my fun stories from today. I got to work, and it was really funny because my co-worker, who I know, so she's a bit sick at the moment. As I was like walking up to the front, she like spots me and like gives me this big wave and just goes like. Like a really enthusiastic wave, and I kind of like give her a look and like return it back and everything, but I walk up laughing and I'm just like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I don't know why I did that. I have like no energy. And I'm like, that was the look, that was such an aggressive like wave. It was kind of like, if you don't wave back, I swear to God. Anyway, so I walk around and my other co-worker, she's like, oh my God, something happened with the coffee grinder this morning. And I was like, what? And like I had a problem with it. And I'm like, okay. So on the side of the coffee machine, there's like the on button, okay? But the on button is like a click thing. So it's a little nozzle and it clicks between off, on, and manual. And when manual happens, it means that all of the coffee grinds just kind of get like automatically grinded. Everything just happens automatically. It just keeps coming out. So you can't control it, you know, rather than in sequenced amounts. So apparently my coworker this morning, the nozzle's been a bit loose. And so when she went to go turn it, she was like struggling to turn it. And then she went to go turn it a different way and she accidentally turned it onto manual. So all of a sudden she's got coffee grinds going everywhere and she's had to grab a jug and like put it under to try and catch all the coffee grains she possibly could. But then she had to go get like a pair of pliers to be able to like turn the thing manually around and stuff like that to make sure it was actually on the right setting. Anyways, she's just telling me all this and I just burst into laughter. I'm like, how am I supposed to take this seriously? It was just like, I know that if I was in her situation, I would have been devastated, but I was just laughing. I just thought it was so funny. Anyway, so we have someone coming in tomorrow to fix the machine now, the nozzle. But just so funny because I just imagine it like just kind of like really goofily being like, oh no, coffee grinds, you know, like slowly trying to drown you or something, filling up the room slowly. It's a good time. I know what he did. I'm a smarty. No. Guys, I'm thinking about coffee ground bath. I'm sure that's something that someone does somewhere, you know what I mean? It also sounds, well, it would smell really nice, is the point. I don't know whether it would be nice. But I think I have heard that. Like, no, actually, no, there's like soap. I'm pretty sure there's like soap, like, that is made out of coffee grinds. And it's like really good for the skin because it's like exfoliates, you know what I mean? Like, rather than like soap being kind of like soft, you know, like, you know, kind of melts naturally. I think the coffee beans kind of like rub at the skin a lot more, you know what I mean? So, probably, I think. Oops. Save time. Man, whenever I get to the end of the day and I have to do all these voices, I get so parched so quickly. But admittedly, I'm probably doing like double the amount of talking that I usually do. Oh, the ants are because he left crumbs. What are these black specks? I believe it's a pile of ants eating away. Oh, that detective, he claims that not a single ant slipped by him. I was gonna say, and yet there's a whole hill of them. What are you hitting me for? I love how much he's like phased by things in this. As a replacement for that pathetic detective. Just because he just, every time, he's just like, ooh. Like, by the time you get to, like, the main storyline, I don't think she whips Edgeworth at all. Or at least didn't do it as much. And over the course of time, I guess he's acquired more respect for each other. Or siblings. What is that she's using? Lol. The writing crop? Is that what you're talking about? Never heard of it. Damn. I'm pretty sure if you like Google like coffee like soap, I'm pretty sure it's a thing. It's what my brain's telling me. I don't know why. Perhaps I should add this deduction to the detective's growing tab of pecans. Anyway, I wonder what the ants are eating. From the looks of it, sweet smell. It's a piece of cake and chocolate from a Swiss roll. I knew it! Miles, Edgeworth. The courthouse is to be kept pristine at all times. It wasn't me that dropped the food on the ground. The courthouse must be kept clean. What is with you? You're 13. Oh wait, there's a hand here. The dirt on this bench, it smells like some sort of sweet substance. Can't believe there's someone going around dirtying the courthouse. For shame! Hold it! Calm down, Franziska. Now take a good look. Doesn't the smudge look kind of like a handprint to you? I suppose it could be. Which means that perhaps we can lift the prints of the person who sullied this bench. I see. Then we'll know the identity of our mystery sloth. You there, the lab technician. Could you find out whose handprint this is?
Sir.
Yes, sir. The thing she's hitting him with. Well, they say she has a whip, but I'm pretty sure that's a riding crop. I think the idea is that she has a very, like, because she's like after Von Karma and she's from Germany and stuff, very like, I think she there's something about like her outfit that looks very much reminiscent of a jockey. I don't know if anyone else would agree with this. Why is she whipping men at 13? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. She's 13. You can kind of see from her outfit, like she's kind of got the jockey pants and like the shoes and like the kind of like sleeveless things. So I think the idea is she's probably done a lot of horse riding. And then she got too attached to the riding crop. And then I guess at some point she started whipping people and everyone was like, yeah, alright. It's not okay. I heard writing crop and was like confuzzled. Riding, yeah, sorry. Riding. Why is she working at 13? This is so weird. I don't have answers, okay. There's like I think it's a very common thing, right, in Japan where 13-year-olds are just kind of, not in real Japan, in anime, specifically anime, where even if you're like 13, 14, suddenly you get saddled with the responsibilities of the living earth. You know what I mean? Like Luffy is 17 on his journey. Deku from My Hero Academia is 13, I'm pretty sure. 13, 14. Bleach, Ichigo is 16. Naruto's also 13, I think, which I hate. The idea of Naruto is way too dramatic to think that the main characters are teenagers, okay? They're going through a lot. Spinning like a ballerina. You got this. Early experience, yeah. Most competitive people start looking for work experiences as soon as they can. Exactly, and that's basically Franziska in a nutshell. Also, Franziska, because her dad's a prosecutor, she's on the way to become a prosecutor. Like, I think she's the youngest prosecutor to ever pass the bar exam when she gets to it. She's like, because she did it at age 13, 14, I don't know. Can't remember. Anyway, fingerprints. Detective Gumshoe. Oh, interesting. Good work, officer. Not surprising. They're so cute. And there you have it. Yes, I suppose so. Now we know the identity of the person who dirtied the bench. I sense that you and I will be using this information in very different ways. Ants are pouring out of the hole in this bench as well. I wonder if the inside of this bench consists of nothing but ants. Don't you dare continue with that gross line of thought. I'm sorry. Ants are hard at work carrying their food home. It's a marvel they can pick up comparatively large objects to their size. Well, if you want to carry the mighty Von Karma name and not be squished under it, you'd better work extra hard just like these ants. The same goes for you, Franziska. It's the wrapper. Why is there something pink? Pink colored pink of trash. Pink colored piece of trash? That doesn't make sense. I feel like I've seen something like this before. Oh, they said something about party poppers, didn't they? Hold up. That was something they said. They said something earlier where they said something like, apparently there's even party poppers going off in the lobby? Does that mean someone heard the party popper going off when it was actually possibly a gunshot? The fact there is a litterer running loose inside this courtroom, simply unforgivable. No! My poor boy! It's not like I was the one who littered. The rubbish belongs in a rubbish bin. She gets it. Poor guy. What about this suspicious looking room? That looks like an easy way to shoot across. The cactus! What's the matter? I pricked myself on one of these cactus's needles. I didn't think the needles on this would be so sharp. Well, what did you expect? Can you imagine how bad it would be if you were hit on the head by one of these? Anyway, this cactus seems to be unrelated to our case. Do you really think so? Because I believe that this character sitting on the windcell is completely related. What? How? What? I'm so lost. I didn't think it was at all. I just thought it looked like a cactus. So how old is Edgeworth in this current storyline? I don't think they've specified it, but I think he's like 18, 19, I think. Because he's debuting as a prosecutor at the moment. It's not crazy to think that maybe, like, while Francisca is on the way to become a prosecutor by the age of 14, 15, he was a prosecutor between the ages of 18, 19, maybe 20. I don't think he's 20. I think he's still supposed to be a teenager, so I'm gonna say 19. Like a casual babysitting job, or even maybe neighbors with projects at that age can be used as a doorway to start jobs early sometimes. Very true. Why is the cactus important? Alright. I could look outside, however I doubt the killer could have escaped through here. Of course not. This is the 3rd floor, after all. It appears the bars were installed on this to prevent people from falling out. Bars? What bars? Can you not see them from your vantage point? She's short. What? I must remember not to bring up that taboo subject again. About her height? I mean, it looks like someone could totally crawl along these though. But it's quite different from the other room. Because from the other room it was different. Alright, anyway. Can't inspect the trash can. How's it going, buddy? Found any suspicious fingerprints? Nope, just the fingerprints of those involved with the case, sir. Wonder if we know of their place in this case then. It appears that way. But I have the nagging feeling that we're missing something. I suspect that one missing is hiding right in the crime scene somewhere. Touch the butt. Did you find her something, officer? I think there's a $5 bill back there. Come on, just a bit more. Is there no one working this crime scene who isn't a total waste of living tissue? Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a single person who can deem useful here. Wow. Hey, they're working. This guy, look at this guy. He's doing hard work, okay? There we go. It would appear that this vending machine sells snacks and various other food. Yay. Just lovely. What will they come up next? Don't be a jerk in court, like these beef jerks. 1 packet for $9. That's a lot. That's a lot for a packet of jerky. Defendant fresh milk. Defendant's fresh milk. Hold up. 1 half pint for $7. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god, so stupid. Okay, I love it. 10 out of 10. Best. The best stuff. Okay. Shit, this just might be the best I've ever had. What the fuck? If I had known it was this good, I would have bought a PS5. Don't. Just think about how much money you've saved. Think about the money you've saved, okay? You did great. I'm so proud of you. You waited and you were patient, okay? Unlike me. So, proud. They're awfully overpriced. The lineup is simply awful, period. Are you kidding me? That line was amazing about the Swiss rolls. I wonder if that Swiss roll... Is it really called a Swiss roll? I thought it was like Leberkuchen. No, wait, not Leberkuchen. Lebaubken? Lebaumken. Is that right? Lebaumken? I'm gonna Google it. Maybe it is a Swiss roll, and I just didn't know what it's called. If I write in Swiss roll. Okay, it is a Swiss roll. God, I haven't eaten a Swiss roll in ages. Alright, what about a Le Baumkin? Le Baumkin? Or maybe it's just Baumkin. Shit. I remember there being a word. Man, we can have it German. There's like there's another name for a Swiss roll. Other name for Swiss roll. Swiss roll, jelly roll, roll cake, cream roll, a roulade, Swiss roll, a Swiss log, and Swiss cake. What word is in my head? Now you get the pro. I think there are different things in different languages or different places. Biscuit roulade. I mean that, yeah, that probably, yeah, that, I mean they did say, it does say roulade here, however you say that. I feel like there was another word for it. Or maybe I've just misinterpreted it this entire time. Hold up. Because I think in... Okay, for reference, my reference is from Japan. I watch too much anime, okay? It's a problem. I feel like in anime, when they usually go to grab the Swiss roll type of thing, they call it something. And I don't know what it is. I'm just thinking about Leberkuchen now. Fuck yeah. I'm Googling too. Because there's like, okay, so the reason I say this is because there is literally a song I listen to, if I can find it. There's a song I listen to, if it's here. Baumkuchen. It's Baumkuchen. Hold up, I spelled it wrong. Baumkuchen? Oh shit, Baumkuchen is something, well, it's still cylindrical. Baumkuchen is something completely different. Wait a second, I've had Baumkuchen. What the hell? Why is my brain telling me I've eaten this? I have so many questions. Okay, I was thinking of Baumkuchen. That's on me. It's very close. It's because if this is like kind of some of the imagery of it, like it's kind of cylindrical typically. Spell it. Baumkuchen. It's like multiple layers of cake, and it looks like it's usually served as a circle. That explains so much. Okay, I have answers. I'm pretty sure I've had Baumkuchen at some point in my life, but why would I? Maybe I was just somewhere and they had it sold. Anyway, keep getting distracted. All the shiny things. Ben! I was wondering that about that myself. The end of what? Well, I assume it means the end of the trial. I suppose this means that one should eat these during a recess. You can't eat during a trial, so I suppose the only time you can eat them is now, huh? I wouldn't mind if you wanted to eat one now. They come in packs of 2, after all. They are packs of 2. They are... We're in the middle of an investigation. Besides, I don't have $6 on me. If you want, we can pool our money and buy a pack together. If I have to split it with you, then I don't want it. Oh, that's not the what of being a that's what being a sibling is all about. It's about splitting your food and money and resources, okay? Fresh milk. What exactly is this supposed to mean? I bet it means the milk is freshly milked by various defendants on trial right now. Franziska. Dull. I love you, Francesca, but you need to think about your wording. I bet it means that the milk is freshly milked by various defendants on trial right now. What are you saying? Okay, what is this? I have so many questions. I have all these delicious desserts in front of my eyes that I want now. It's okay, Zark. All right, have strength. I think I've seen it, but don't know what it's called. Okay. Just gotta be strong, okay? Like me. Oh my god, I was on food for a really long time and I was sitting there every single time there was a new sandwich. I was just sitting there and I was like, I want this sandwich. I was so hungry, okay? It was fine. No, I think it might mean that this was milked right here from the various defendants. What? Miles, Edgeworth, you can't possibly be serious. Of course not. When it's looking bad, blind your opposition with some OJ. Are they promoting violence? Don't worry, my whip will make sure that anyone following this advice won't be for long. Compared to the sting of a whip, the sting of orange juice may not be so bad. When you're in hot water, you might need a hot dog. Delicious. It looks like the slogan was decided through a public contest. And the winner was Prosecutor Winston Payne. God damn it, fucking Payne. What a pathetic slogan. No presence at all. Now, if it was up to me, it would read, if you leave matters in Von Karma's hands, everyone in court will be found guilty dogs.
Objection!
Overruled. Don't be a jerk in court, like these beef jerks. I see. Miles, Edgeworth, wouldn't you agree that it's a very clever pun? Do you really think they put that much effort into the product name? Even a foolish fool can understand foolish thinking of the fool who made it up. You're acting so foolishly that I got so thoroughly mad and now I'm utterly famished. If you want a pack of these, all you have to do is ask like a normal person. Don't let the prosecution and the defense make a ham sandwich out of you. I love all of these dearly. These are the best. It sounds like it's directed at that ham of a judge. Well, it certainly isn't directed at me. I can outmaneuver him any day.
Okay. Sure. If you say so.
Alright, I think we can put our pieces together now. I don't think there's too much else. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's probably people I can talk to, but let's put some steak together and we'll eat some steak. Alright, I don't know what the pink trash is about. That really confused me. Unless the pink trash made of rubber. Rubber? Rubber? That doesn't make any sense. Scent of flowers is in the air. I still have so many questions. Alright. I thought some of these would connect. A few sweet treats are for sale. Found on the floor under the bench and attracted to the sweet scent. Oh. Wait, hold up. The scent of flowers is in the air, but it also talks about a sweet scent. I'm gonna talk to people. Hold on, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Where were you at the time of the murder? What, do you suspect me of something? No, nothing of the sort, Your Honor. Oh, very well, you may continue with your testimony. Your Honor, it's your testimony I'm after. Oh, I had no idea. Chasing after me or my testimony. I'm beginning to sense that I might want to avoid being in a trial run by this judge. Hey, he does a great job.
Let's see here. Now then, how should I put this? When you get to be my age, you need to pay more frequent visits to the restroom.
There are so many good jokes in this. I'm having a great time. This is so stupid, but oh, look at the pain on that man's face. Like, you know how that feels. You know what I mean? Poor man. I love him. Okay.
If you go take a look through the window at the end of the hall, you'll see a small window. That is the window to the men's restroom.
What?
In other words, you can see clearly into this hallway into the men's restroom.
Huh?
When I was going into the restroom, that Detective Gumshoe, is it? Well, he was standing in front of the vending machine, buying something from it. However, this I couldn't believe when I was about to exit the restroom. There was not a soul in the hallway anymore.
Because he was sitting down. Oh. Hold up. He has like spikes on his head like the cactus. If you could please calm down and explain it to me rationally.
Oh, I'm really sorry. Please let me regain my composure.
Twitch is driving me mental. It's okay, Aelin. It's alright. Have you taken your meds? Bedtime. It's pretty close to bedtime. What'd I miss? I'm just laughing at stupid puns. Oh, God, what did just happen? There was something funny that happened. I've forgotten it already. Man, how life goes on. This guy, he was talking about how he needed to go to the... He was like, when you're my age, you need to go to the restroom more. That's the best. It's funny. Should probably do that. Haha.
It was really suspicious. That's what my finely honed judge's intuition said. Although, well, until the murder occurs, I just sort of brush it off. Oh.
Apparently, this judge doesn't understand the concept of staying calm. The restroom window, huh? I wonder if you can really see the men's bathroom from that one. You can. I'm looking at it right now. I demand that you show me this view at once. I suspect that her height is what's limiting her ability to see. Lift her up. That's probably all I'm going to find out from His Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth, may I return to my other duties now?
Yes, I'm sorry to have held you up. Thank you for your cooperation, Your Honor.
Oh, anytime, Mr. Edgeworth, anytime.
I like how he shows Edgeworth the proper respect for being a prosecutor, by the way. Everyone else has like been really demeaning and called him a kid. But at least the judge has respected him. The judges in this country seem rather friendly. Yes, if not a little wishy-washy. However, I heard that they are known to hand down very fair verdicts.
Alright, if you say so.
Alright, Badman. Detective Bad, I have something I wish to inquire about. Hey, how about doing some actual work, you? I wish to inquire into Detective Gumshoe's movements during the recess.
You're getting in the way of the investigation.
I have an order from Mr. Von Karma himself, plus I still hold investigative authority. The judge just rolls with everything. He really does. Guess you can't sleep, this guy. I like how you have sunglasses like it's not the middle of the night for you. I mean, it's the middle of the night for me, don't get me wrong, but it's just funny to be like, oh yeah, look at me with my sunglasses, not sleeping. It's like when if you saw someone fall asleep and then like put sunglasses over their eyes. Okay, I need to pee. I'm really sorry, guys. I know everyone's here, but I need to pee. Guys, you keep being cute. Alright, I'll be back. Sweet, sweet gamble. Why do you guys keep gambling? What are you cheekers doing? I've disabled the gambler on mine. I mistyped and missed the gamba. Well, you know what they say. Gamba for the tamba. Yes. God. So I hear you were the one who called for Detective Gumshoe to come down here.
Ready, that guy was just accused, you know. I just knew something was gonna happen. My detective's instincts told me.
A lot of good, did you? You couldn't even protect one lone prosecutor with it.
Hold it!
Francesca, I think you need to apologize. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry, Detective Bad. Please continue. He's a little scary. Alright.
I used the phone on the first floor and called the precinct. I told them to send somebody over. And that detective's the one that showed up.
Oh look, it's a protein powder commercial. And upon his arrival, did you set Detective Gumshoe to stand guard, Detective Bad? Wait, and only until his arrival did you set Detective Gumshoe to stand guard, Detective Bad? Is that right? Is that correct, Detective Bad?
Yeah, I waited for him on the first floor. After he got here, came up to these defendant lobbies together. Look damn. What a memory. As we entered this hall, we ran into you. She told us that Friday was really mad, and that he dragged Rel off to lobby number 2 to have a word or something.
How do you know that's true? Could perfectly set up the fact that she could murder both of them, I'm just saying. Because if they only just turned up, she could have already murdered them and ranged them in the position they're in. Like, maybe he was really mad. Maybe he was really mad. She already killed both of them, moved their bodies into that room, arranged it so it looked that way. You know what I mean? But she also doesn't give me the impression that she did the murder. I'm just saying. As of yet.
And that Friday had said to not let anyone interrupt them. So what choice did I have? All I could do was tell the big dog to stand guard outside.
Yeah, so see what I mean? Like, everything that she says here is hearsay. Like, it's all based on what she says, which is very suspicious. Good. And around what time did all of that take place?
Let's see, I think it was about 30 minutes before I heard the gunshot. After giving the big look his assignment, he never left the hallway, no once.
Oh. Oh. And how can you make such a claim?
One of the guards out in this floor's main lobby swore to me he did it.
If the detective never left the hallway, then where did he disappear off to? That's simple. He didn't disappear. He was sitting down, eating a sweet. He must have gone into lobby number 2, just as I suspected.
You and I were in lobby number 1 next door. The only one without an alibi is Gumshoe.
Okay, can testify. With the candlestick. Wait, what? Nah, Miles is the murderer. I saw him do it in the bathroom with the toaster, with the candlestick. Really? I could have sworn I saw a candlestick. on the beanbag chair. It would seem I'm still missing some key pieces of information. Detective Badge, you also heard of the gunshot, did you not?
Yeah, I heard it when I was in the defendant's lobby number 1. It's why I came running towards lobby number 2 together with you.
How much time elapsed between you hearing the gunshot and your arrival on the scene?
Less than a minute.
What were your motives upon hearing the gunshot?
I grabbed the big lug who was just walking around the hall and raced into lobby number 2. That's where we discovered the bodies, in our order.
Then that makes you the discoverer of the crime scene, correct?
Yeah, I guess it does, little miss.
I'm about to become a prosecutor very soon. Nah, the candlestick was planted. No! Fucking knew it. You will treat me with the dignity I deserve, or else. I don't know, you gotta earn people's respect first. Damn, she missed!
Yeah, you wave that thing around anymore, and I'll have you arrested for obstruction, little miss.
You wouldn't dare. Francisca met her match, but he's like a 50-year-old man. Detective Bad is really something if he can make Francisca behave.
Are we about done?
Is there anything else I should ask him about? Time he heard the gunshot, place he heard the gunshot, situation around the gunshot. Everything? Time he heard the gunshot. Well, it would have been 30 minutes after. So, place he heard the gunshot, situation around the gunshot? Detective Bad, where were you when you heard the gunshot? No, we know that. No, that's not what I mean.
Hold it!
I'd like to know a little more about the circumstances under which you heard the gunshot.
Like I said, I was in lobby number 1 with you. I have nothing else to add.
Most testimony certainly corroborates that with what Mr. Yu said. Ms. Yu. Miles, you already asked him about that, remember? Time he heard? I guess it was time he heard the gunshot. I'd like for you to tell me the exact time you heard the gunshot.
It was around the end of the recess, and the trial was about to start again, I think. We was supposed to make time for himself to transfer the evidence he was holding, but I got the sense he wasn't gonna show for the handout. So I figured I should go get him, or he'd be late. And just as I thought there, bang! The sound of a gunshot hit my eardrums.
So he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to restart, huh? Alright.
Are we done here? Don't have any time to waste.
What? Oh, come on. All you're doing is standing in front of this door, doing nothing. Live, laugh, toaster bath. No! But in the medicine cabinet, you can find fresh toast, but no toaster. And we all know, no bathroom is complete without a toaster. No! A fresh slice of toast while you soak. The greatest pastime. No! Also, that's a terrible idea. You shouldn't eat food while in a bath, okay? Full stop, okay? Alright, I'm willing to accept liquids, okay? Anything like champagne, smoothie, whatever, that's fine, okay? But eating in a bathtub, you're gonna make crumbs and it's gonna go in the water, like, fuck no. No! That poor toast, alright? Do you really want wet bread, okay? No. No wet bread here. I get the sense he's somewhat investigating this. That he is somewhat investigating this crime scene. Or rather that he is keeping us under surveillance. But to what end? Detective Bad, may I ask that you cooperate with us for just a little bit longer?
I don't have anything else to say to the two of you. You guys were the ones who said you wanted to be investigated in the first place.
Fine then, be obstinate. We'll just do as we please. Come on, Miles. She just called me Miles? What? That doesn't happen. You may no longer be willing to help us. However, May I ask for the forensic scientists' cooperation?
Do as you like.
Alright. I don't think they've given me any more information. Do we know about, do we have like a, I mean, I don't think I don't know how much I should be inspecting. Has anyone inspected this door? Like handprint marks? Alright, whatever. Now we know it was actually stew all along. Wait, what? Nah, you haven't lived until you soak in stew. Just fill that tub up with meat and veggies and jump in. Oh no. Yeah, I'll skip being a part of the stew, thanks. Brings a new meaning to drinking someone's bathwater. We all always wondered who would do that. I used to be able to have a cider and a bath to relax, but alas, developed a drinking problem. And now we know it was actually stew all along. Stew. Oh my god. At least you get a delicious stew while you're in the bath. Terrible. Terrible. Criminal. These bits of chocolate and cake, could they not have come from a Swiss roll? A Swiss roll? Why would a courthouse sell a thing like that? It may not seem like the right venue, however, it is being sold right over here. The vending machine. Ah, I see. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. 2 for $6. Talk about expensive. Leaving the fact that it's on the expensive side aside. Expensive side aside. Oh my god. The fact that the cake crumbs and the chocolate bits were found in this hallway suggests that they came from a Swiss roll that was purchased from this machine. I think I have a pretty clear picture of what happened here now. Naturally, after all, I'm here, aren't I? Detective Gumshoe must have sat on this bench as he ate a Swiss roll. There we go. There he is. And as he ate, he dropped it on the floor and sullied the bench. Left on the doorway, Detective Gumshoe apparently sat here as he ate a Swiss roll. And look, he's out of the way of the view. Oh, how could he have not cleaned up after himself? How utterly despicable. Don't you dare whip at me again. It wasn't I who made the mess in the first place. Anyway, if it was indeed Detective Gumshoe who bought the Swiss roll, that creates a rather interesting contradiction of facts. A contradiction? Where? I think another look at this special courthouse vending machine is in order. Why? What's the contradiction? Are you talking about the money? I could go for a Swiss roll. Rice sweets, really. 2 for $6. That's about right in today's world. Sadly enough. Sandwiches at work are $10.90, which still feels like a crime. But whatever. $10 for a fucking sandwich. About Detective Gumshoe's finances, he said that until this morning, he didn't have even a single penny on his personage. Just how poor is that guy? As if his bonus really was only $5, then he should not have been able to purchase a pack of Swiss rolls. However, facts being as they are, we found cake crumbs on the floor. Meaning Scruffy must have bought a pack somehow. Indeed. That detective should not have been able to purchase a pack, and yet he did. The question is how? We know how. Oh, come on, boy. I figured it out in a second. I'm a big smarty. Come on, man. Can I, like, continue investigating in other areas, or...? play with the little girl. Exactly. Exactly. That's why I'm like confused. I'm like, what do you want from me? Oh, I love their animations. Look how cute she is. Oh, tiny girl. Can I leave? Let me out. Is there something more I'm missing? Am I missing something? Sleepy. Sleepy pee-pee. What's the time? 10:30. Where's the other one? Let's try and I love that. Francisca, let's try and not rush genius. It is weird to think that these are two geniuses just going head to head most of the time. Didn't I get a new piece of evidence? Oh. Saturday is the head of Swiss roll. I'd like to ask you about this piece of what a narcissist. He'd rather look at his face than the evidence.
Don't trust your eyes all the time, little girl. I can see the evidence and keep an eye on the two of you with this mirror.
What? Then why don't you answer?
Because I've got nothing to say, that's all.
Understood. Why couldn't you have just sent that at the beginning? What? But I wanted to talk to you about the Swiss rolls. Oh, sleepy. 5:30. You're off by 17 hours. Gotta adjust that clock. Shit. Oh my god, Bearer. Like, what is he doing? Oh, fucking hell. Chicas. Clicked. Oh my god. I have the smartest brain ever, okay? So many brain thoughts go through this head. Alright, none of that worked. Wish my boy would do the sleepy thing instead of just the bone tired thing. I like the bone tired thing. Sometimes, like, I mean, obviously it's annoying if you need to go to bed, but if you don't need to go to bed, it's just kind of like, achy sore. I can just lie here. It's a good excuse to just lie in one position. You know what I mean? Important work to do though. Gotta keep moving. Gotta go fast. Alright, this guy's giving me nothing. What am I missing? I want to go in defendant lobby number 1. Can we go into defendant lobby room number 1? Anything on the floor? I inspected this, didn't I? Shit, man. Guys, I don't know. I'm burned and soul tired. I want the sleepy because I can't handle more of the bone and soul tired. No, that's fair, man. It's fair. Saying sometimes it's nice. Connect. I don't know. What? 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 Oh, it's a balloon! Oh, I'm a fucking idiot! Oh, it's a balloon! Oh, please, no one, please, guys. I was like, what's the rubbery sentiment? Like, what is it going, what is this having to do? Like, it's a balloon. It's a balloon. It's a balloon. It's a balloon.
What was that sentence?
Guys, it's a balloon.
Oh my god. She's sexier than before.
No, she's 13.
Okay.
She's younger than before.
Okay.
Okay, so I have these two, well, it's not here now, but there was two pieces of evidence, and it was like, this was a pink rubbery substance, and then there was like a cactus, and they said that they were connected, and I was really confused, because it's like, it's just a random piece of rubber, right? And it's a balloon, and it got popped by the cactus.
That makes so much more sense now that you've said it out loud.
Yes.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hey, doll. It's the doll lady. Hi, doll lady.
Hi.
A balloon. It's okay, Han. It's late and rainy.
Forget what I said about Miss Von Karma.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Mwah.
I love you, doll.
I love you too.
Have a good night.
Mm.
99.
She seems a lot nicer with that whipping cane though, now.
She's still a pain in the ass. She's like a 13-year-old. She just goes around whipping people. You'd sit there and be like, why would you allow this?
13 years of age.
And like, when she's older, it's sort of like, alright, okay, I'm not gonna mess with her. But as a kid, you'd at least be like, no, fucking take it off her. Like,
expel her from school or something.
right? She's about to do a bar examination to be a prosecutor at
Sure,
13.
age 13?
Yeah.
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
Anyway, good night, doll. Sleep well.
You do.
Alright, this pink rubbery substance. I saw this in a different form earlier today. I believe this is a piece of a popped balloon, which means that when the gunshot went out, it was actually the kid. The kid had popped a balloon. I suppose that's possible. Which means that we don't know that when the thing happened. I definitely feel like Ms. Yu is the next most logical person to have committed the murder now. The balloon probably got a little too close to our friend, the windowsill cactus. Ah yes, our friend, the cacti. That would be the logical conclusion, yes. Damn.
Investigation complete.
I believe I now have a firm grasp of what happened here. Ah, well, I do too. Alright, Franziska, would you care to share what conclusions you've come to? Why should I do that? We're still in the middle of competition, you know. We should be checking to see if our conclusions are wrong first, so you go ahead. It's almost cute that she's going this far to ensure that she wins. Almost. Very well, but first we need to pay His Honor a visit to correct his testimony. It's 5 p.m. Bro, it's after hours. I'm going to bed. Finally feeling sleepy. Hopefully it's restful. Have fun all. Love yous. Have a good night, Aylin. Sleep well. At best, sleepies. I'll be going to bed too, so in a moment. I'd like to test your witness testimony to see how it stands up. Do you doubt me about your new suspect? In a sense, I suppose you could say that. Even you, a judge, are nothing but a common witness before a Von Karma. Silence in the courtroom, silence, I say. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Manfred and Ms. Virginia's prosecutor, successor of Manfred Von Karma. You bit your tongue again, didn't you? As a defendant of the law, I could never give false testimony. You can even place me under oath if you want. Very well then. Your testimony, if you please. This shouldn't take long, right? I know I should probably just go right. I went to the restroom. There's a window on the other side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. It's really interesting that I keep showing this entire area. Like, there's a very clear courtyard area around here. But it's on the 3rd floor, I think they said. 2nd, 3rd floor. So then I have to go up the windowsill. And these are the bars on the windows. Out of each of the different bars. Not convinced. Not convinced. All of this could end up being important. Ah, okay. This explains why the layout is so weird. So I entered, I saw the detective buying something from the vending machine. When I was about to exit the restroom, he had completely disappeared. A detective that goes missing while on duty. That sounds mighty suspicious to me. Your Honor, can you please try to remain calm? Oh. I'm so used to simply listening to testimonies that I got caught up in the excitement. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to spoil your fun now. So, if I just present this, left on the hallway bench, detective apparently sat here as he ate a sweet roll. Can I just present this? I don't know. I'm gonna try this, and if this doesn't work, I'll go to bed. Present.
Objection!
Okay.
What a finger for, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone is giving testimony?
Huh. If you truly are a man of the law, then you must always be vigilant. For example, I never let an opportunity to shout objection pass me by. Mouse Edgeworth, it's one thing to be passionate about your job, but this is real life. This is what some people may say of the pot calling the kettle black. Your Honor, I wonder if you might take a look at this for me.
What is this filth? How dare someone dirty the hallway bench like that? Who is the culprit? That party is hereby found guilty of uncleanliness.
If you must know, the uncouth bench sullier has already been placed under arrest, thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honor.
Oh, well that's good, but who was it?
We were able to discover something from the smudge on the bench, namely Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints.
But Happy was committing just murder. He had to go and dirty the courthouse too. Guilty.
Your Honor, please calm down. While it's true the detective is the one who made the mess on the bench, we have not yet established that his actions is related to the double murder.
What do you mean?
I believe that the detective bought a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine and then promptly sat down on the bench to eat one. The cake crumbs and pieces of chocolate on the floor under the bench, and Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints prove my conclusion to be true.
Oh, but I still don't understand. Is this whole thing related to how I could see him as I was leaving the restroom?
It is indeed. The window in the hallway was built rather high up into the wall, at around a grown adult's chest height. As evidence, I submit that Franziska herself was unable to see out that window.
He deserves that one. Okay.
I knew I shouldn't have used her height as evidence. Basically, this means is that the area directly under the hallway window is a blind spot when the hallway is being viewed from the men's restroom.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
It seems that you have made the connection. If someone were to sit on the bench under the window, yes, even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe would effectively disappear from sight. Do you finally see, Your Honor? Your testimony has just proven that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to say it with that much enthusiasm. All I wanted to do was try saying it once. Here, let me try that again. Hold it.
Is there something of value you'd like to say?
Yes, actually there is. I remembered something else just now. Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to testify to the court one more time.
Even if we overrule him, he'll just keep on talking, wouldn't he? That might not be a bad thing. The more info, the better in a perfect investigation, right? Do you think this case is just making the judge become less competent in the AEST attorney games? This is him earlier. So he's an I think he's like probably a fairly young judge, you know, compared to later on. High objection. Hey, Urgy has legs. Urgy? Oh yeah, that's right. The judge has like a full body picture now. It's so weird. Voices.
I suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window. However, that doesn't mean the detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail. As I was leaving the restroom, I heard the loud bang of a gunshot. How was that? That is the testimony of one who judges the crimes of others.
Your Honor, could you try to state the important fact first next time?
I agree. Before you go around judging others, you should learn to judge your own words. I'm sorry. Honestly, I thought that sound was just a noise proper until just now.
There you go. He said it. Now he mentions it, right before we restarted the trial, he did talk about that. I fucking knew it!
Oh, by the way, there was someone celebrating a birthday during the recess. I could have sworn that I heard a popple going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson.
Yeah. The most critical point in this argument is when did the judge look into the hallway, and whether that lines up with when the gun was actually fired. Your Honor, if I may, can we clarify a few details of your testimony? That's his name, Damon Gant. No, Damon Gant is someone else. Gant was the bitch from the second game. Second. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Right? Balloon. Hell yeah.
Suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window.
Oh, right, we read this. Doesn't mean the detective wasn't saying that though when I looked. Alright. I should probably leave this here. I need to go to bed. Bedtime. Gant was the one who introduced the judge's name. Oh. Okay. Wait, his name's actually Udgy? No. That can't be right, right? Bedtime. Early shifts again, peeps. 5:30 a.m. though. Going to bed so early. You know me, always gotta get on top of that sleeping. That's definitely how it works, right? No, I need to go to bed. Bed. I need to go to bed. Sleep is the omega top. Oh my god. Tops everything. You're right. You're right. Thank you for sharing, viewer. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway. Bedtime. I feel like this is tilted, like... Or bed. I don't know. Oh well. Nah, I feel like it's 2 to the other side. Shit. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just feel like orbs should be on screen more, you know? You're welcome. Thanks, Vera. Anyway. Ceiling stream when? When I learn how to stick myself to the ceiling, done. Okay, I'll figure it out one day. I'll stick myself on there and you guys will just watch me, like, hang out. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you'll have an excellent day today and tomorrow. Excellent. I'll send 6 rolls of duct tape. Good, good. Thank you. I'll need it. I'll need it. Wonder if you'd get, like, dizzy if you're, like, lying, but you're, like, hanging. I don't know. That's too much thinking for my brain. Anyway. Have a good night, everybody. Okay. Tomorrow I'll be able to do a little bit longer. We'll see if we can finish this case. I probably didn't quite get as far as I would have liked, because we've done a lot of exonerating Gumshoe, but I feel like we don't have a lot of proof about who actually did the murder. But it does feel like it's shaping up to either be bad. It feels like it could be shaping up to be Miss Yu or Detective Bad. Because Miss Yu was... She has ample opportunity at this point that we've figured out, so... We'll see. CSR got distracted. That's okay. You should always get distracted. There's so many, like, shiny, pretty things in the world that are like, ooh, shiny, you know? It's good. Good night. Cheddar night. Cheddar. Blue cheese. Alright. Pardon. Alright. Have a good night, everybody. Blue cheese! Blue cheese night! Rather than a blue best salad cheese. What? Salad cheese. More like, Camembert. Camembert night. Yeah. Alright. Have a good night, everybody. Take care. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Good night, everybody. Take care. Y'all are great. Hi, Philip. I love you, Philip. You're great. You're wonderful, okay? I appreciate you. You're great. All right? You're doing amazing.